All right, everybody. How y'all doing? Welcome to the Bob, located here in South Mississippi. This is a Milo and Max production. Um, well, I don't really have a list of what I'm going to talk about today. I'm just going to freestyle. But first of all, they caught him. They have a suspect in custody. And from what I understand, this Tyler Robinson, I believe his name is like a 22 or 3-year-old college student from Utah. Don't really know much about him. I know that I'm pretty sure that he was identified by his father, or somehow through his father, and his father convinced him to. They went to a personal friend of theirs that was a marshal in the state of Utah, and everything was peaceful, and they turned him in, and he's in custody now, according to the recent news sources that I searched for. I got one of my chat groups. I got an alert, a hidey ho from HT that they had caught him. So I just did a quick dive, and that's what I know about that. So maybe we can move on and get some closure from that. Well, what you toting? Well, today in my pocket, the Barlow of the day is it's a saber. Okay, now y'all know I love my Japanese sabers. This is a white synthetic. It's just it's not a hubcap. I mean, it's a Barlow. I mean, it doesn't have clamp-on covers. But it's just a pretty little. I got this off of eBay. Don't even remember when. But it's a good one. Okay. Hadn't spent a lot of time with this one. I don't know if y'all can see that Tang stamp, but it says Saber USA. Got a little carbon on it right there. It's a good one. I mean, I got a bunch of Barlows, so when I go in there to pick one out, it usually takes a minute. All right, that's in my left pocket. What's in my right pocket? Well, today I have reverted back to one of my passions, and that is the doctor's knife. Okay? Don't that pretty. Ooh-wee. That's bone handle. Just a pretty knife, y'all. Just a pretty knife. And I tell y'all all the time, don't sleep on this manufacturer. I mean, you got to know what you're looking for. You got to get in there where you fit in there. But this is a Frost cutlery. Now, one more time, Frost cutlery. Y'all look at that. Look how pretty that sun gun is. That's bone handled. Man, I don't care. Man, think about this. Buy this for let's say $25 for shipping and everything from y'all, if y'all still hear somebody lurking around in the background, I got my man assistant over here. He's doing a little yard work, and so things are moving along here at the Bob. So anyway, but that's Herman. He's always in and out half the time. But I just, in case y'all hear him over there. Anyway, but don't that pretty. Ooh-wee. Now, once again, Frost cutlery. Got to be careful. I'd stay away from some of the black box stuff, but if you can put it in your hand and can coon finger it, where was this one made? I think this was made in. It's got German steel on it. I mean, it's vintage, but got that little drop point blade right there, and then doctor's knives come in several, blade configuration. This one doesn't have the spatula, but doctors had to write back in the day, so they put a pen blade on it, a little pen blade there, so he could sharpen up his pencil or his quill to write you a prescription. I don't think they had prescriptions back when the doctor's knives were first invented, but anyway, that thing is pretty. All right, and I got a little modern in my pocket. This is a Rough Rider. This is a 2245. got the pocket clip with a Rough Rider wrote on it. It's reversible. You can move it on whichever side, right or left hand carry. It's not assisted. It's just a flipper. But boy, don't that pretty. That's a nice looking knife right there. And of course, I call that orange. Now it may have a little more, but it might be more of a red. But got your green pivot accents. But just for what this cost you from Smoky Mountain Knife Work, come on, guys. Stainless steel, just an excellent knife. Anyway, and the reason I put this last is because of the next gentleman that I'm going to talk about, and you're going to hear this name quite a bit here in the next week. Got this hat on right here. Y'all see that? What that says? I can't quote it to y'all, but it says Randall County Sheriff's Department. Okay, and the gentleman that I'm fixing to talk about, Howard Bentley. Look at that flat bill Friday. Get in there, Stephen Jeffries. Flat bill Friday. Anyway, is a officer in the correctional system in Randall County, Texas. He's a public servant. So, but he gifted me this knife. He sent me a whole box of knives. A straight knife, 3 or 4 flippers, a couple of them. But anyway, so now here at the Barlow Brigade, we have changed the name of the giveaway. The giveaway is now the Howard Bentley 1K giveaway. Okay? Mark it down. Now, when you go to my channel, I couldn't figure out how to find this thing. Well, I would go looking for it to see who had commented, and I couldn't find it. So I put it in every playlist. It's in my shorts, it's in my long form videos, and it's in my live videos. It's 49 seconds long. It's got me sitting there in front of the camera live. I'm panicked. I'm telling y'all what to do, okay? But there's a 49-second video in my playlist, all of them. You go there, find it, and comment on it, and that's how you enter the giveaway. Now, if you watch my live and you know what the giveaway, it's not hard to figure it out. You go there and look. You're going at the other commenters. You'll see what the phrase is. Okay, so one of the first. I'm gonna give, and also I've changed. I'm giving 2 places away. I've got the first prize, and I'm gonna have a second prize. Okay, the main item in the first prize is going to be this right here. Okay, exhibition grade marbles pocket knife. Okay, great pocket knife. You look right there. It's a MR 677. Now, the first time I heard about this, I think that Howard Bentley probably heard me talk about it. The reason he went and got one, but I don't know that. I'm being factual, non-factual about that. But this is it right here. HT turned me on to this, and I went. He told me after he talked about it on his channel, I went straight to Chicago Knife Works and bought one. Y'all look at that. Look at the bone handles on that. Got that gun stock checker. Got your little marble shield in there, fluted bolsters, pitch bolsters, lanyard hole. But man, that thing is beautiful. Beautiful. Now, I got mine. Mine's in a folder back there. I got the Barlow that matches it. Got a couple of others that match it. But don't that pretty. It's a lockback. Got a long swedge pull. A long nailed match strike pull with a swedging on the blade. Just a wonderful knife. Got your little marbles on the. Now you take your little 1,000 grit sandpaper, get that right off there. Never even know it was gone. But anyway, just a beautiful pocket knife. And let's get that. If I can get it there you go. Get it closed up. Got pretty good snap. And Brother Howard thought that knife needed a little something. Unbelievable, y'all. Got one of them Western Texas Longhorn stag beads on it. Look at that basket weave. Ooh, Lord mercy. Lordy mercy. Now he does leather work to I guess cope with the stress that's involved when with being a correctional officer. And I can understand that. But that it's a little old darling right here just fits right off in there. Won't come out. Give it a squeeze. Should drop right out. Okay? So that's that. Now there'll be some other cutters in the box, in the first place box, besides that one. Okay, that's the keynote talker or the speaker in the first prize. Now the second prize, coming right out of old Big Jim's collection, is this right here. Brown Stag Bone Collection from our prize. Okay? And boy, you talking about don't that pretty. Look at this. Y'all look at the bone on this bad boy. Got that little, I call that a federal shield. Says Rough Rider on it. And this is a cotton sampler. Okay. Every time I open one of these up, man, I want to run to the grinder. You know, I figure I need to grind on that some. I don't know why. That's why I can't tow the cotton sampler. And I like them. And they're very utilitarian. We'll go over the history of it someday, maybe on how the cotton sampler was used and all that, but we ain't got time for it today. But anyway, this is gonna be the keynote addressee or speaker in the second prize. Awesome. Well, I got a little lanyard on there. Just some green paracord, simple little overhand knot. Nothing special. Just give you something to hold on to while you're testing your cotton. All right. Or sampling it. Okay. I guess we did all that. We did a pocket dump. We got that done. y'all hit Howard up. Howard Bentley. I think it's Howard Bentley 8689 on Facebook. Okay. Our Instagram is Howard Bentley 6. Howard Bentley _6, I think. Yeah, he ain't hard to find. You go on Instagram and type in Howard Bentley, and you'll be able to find him somehow. Okay, so if you looked at the title of today's video, it says roasted, toasted, or burnt! Exclamation point. All right. Now, this morning, I don't know, 4:30 in the morning, I punched up a video in my queue that came from Chris Gary. Chris Gary's a fine knife collector, modifier, person. Okay, Chris Gary's been on the knife scene for a while. Okay, I can't say everything I know about him because I don't know that much about him, but I know that I've watched him for at least 2 years. So, but anyway, he was talking about how he's got a fetish or a habit, but he buys these high-end case knives and he's got to burn them. You know, he showed several side busters and some Stockmans and stuff that he had toasted, lightly toasted. You know, just to give them a little character, make them his. That's what I do. I make them mine when I do this. But also Kevin Bentley, the knife doctor, has been showing how he does it on his videos pretty regular. And so what I'm going to do is, I'm not trying to say I do it right, but what I'm going to do is I got a little tutorial that I filmed, and I'm going to put that up here in just a second, and I'm going to show y'all how I do it. Now the pocket knife I'm working on is a bow canoe, and it's from the Rough Rider Cinnamon Stag Bone collection. Those are the carbon steel ones. And so I'm going to sign off right here, and I will run that. It's about 6-7 minutes. I don't know how long it is, but I'm going to go through. I'm going to show you about what equipment I use. I'm going to talk to you about the characteristics of the product that we're using it on and how I do it. Okay, and I'm not saying that I'm right. I'm not saying that I'm wrong. All I'm saying is this is how I do it. And I think I got some pretty good results. I've taught Brother Rex Wiseman how to do it. Of course, Brother Seth down at Deep South Cutlery, me and him have had several conversations about burning dye. The first time that I saw anybody do it other than me was him. And he uses a totally different setup, but he's set up to do air conditioning work. And so he has a different torch, and he has the tools and the stuff to do it with. But it's the same result. You're basically heating bone or heating stag and making it pretty. Now the knife that I'm working on in this little clip will come back Monday, and I will show y'all the finished knife after I get through doing that. Of course, it's a long process. It's not something that you just and there it is, ready to go. I always take it through several steps, including the actual toasting, burning, roasting of it, and then I go through a sanding process, and then I rub it with 2 or 3 other products, and then I'll take it out to my buffer. I have a couple of bench mounted buffers, and I'll buff it up. Y'all wonder how I get stuff to look like this. It's because I have a buffing process, and I don't care who you are, man. That's pretty right there. Okay, I'm fixing to stop this, and I'm gonna put that clip in there. I hope y'all enjoy it. I hope you learned something. If you have to go back 3 or 4 times and play it 3 or 4 times, I wish you would. Keep it as a reference. It's how I do it. That's simply all this is showing y'all how I roast, toast, or burn bone and stag handled knives. All right, everybody. Today we're gonna I don't know what you want to call this, a primer. How about this? This is the way that I toast, burn, blacken, whatever you want to call it, bone and stag handle pocket knife. So the best way for me to start this is to get y'all to understand that knowing your tool, the tool that you're going to use to perform this, is really important. Okay, now this is I have several of these, and this is just, you can buy this at most convenience stores. You can get them all over the place. There's high-end ones that have stands on them and all kind of stuff, but basically they have the same thing. They have a switch which starts it off. They have a lock. Now, I've never ever used a lock, and it right here, this little red thing, is where you adjust the flame. Okay, you can go real high, you can go real low. Now I usually keep mine set on medium. Okay, and I'll explain the reason for that in just a second. So I'm gonna pull this out, and I'm gonna bring in a little diagram, and I want y'all to look at this diagram now. This is, you'll see, very similar to the tip on this. Now, when your torch is lit, the gas comes out in a circular thing, and it comes out into a point. And where these little stripes in here are is where the gas is burning, and it is mixing with oxygen as it comes out of the torch. Okay, this is not the hot spot. Okay, that is not where the hottest part of the flame is. The hottest part of the flame is past this, almost. So that even the tip is not the hardest part. The hottest part is out here past the little point that thing makes. And I will demonstrate that in just a second. So out here is the controllable burn that you get, or the heat that you get is where it's controlled. Back in here, you don't know what you're going to get because it's still mixing and burning as it comes out and produces the heat out in this area out here. Okay, so I'm going to get this back out of here. It's also very important that you understand what you're burning. Okay, this is normally done with stag and bone handle knives. Now this is a Rough Rider. This is a bow canoe. Okay, and this is basically what it came like when I bought it. I bought it off of Whatnot, paid I don't know, around the $20 mark for it. And this is basically what it looks like. There's no burn down here. There's some here, a little bit there. And it was a brand new knife, still in the box. But that's basically how it came. Now, this is porous, meaning it has a cellular structure, and oxygen, air, is inside of that. Okay, like your teeth are porous. All bone is porous. Okay, so there's oxygen in there. So when you heat that up, that oxygen is going to burn, and it's going to cause this thing to hold heat. In other words, you heat up this spot right here for just a second, and then move the torch, and it's still going to continue to burn, even though you've moved the torch away. So I'm going to give y'all just a quick one, and y'all watch how far away from this thing that I keep it. Okay, now the torch is on and it's hot, and you'll see the starting to change. As soon as you see that change start right there, you need to move away. Okay, this is something that's patient. This is not something that you just take and burn in there. And this is strictly my experience and how I do it. Now you see how I got a little bit of burn right there. Of course, this is for demonstration purposes. So I'm going to hit it one more time. Okay, got a little darker. All right. Now I'm going to back off a little bit over here on this side. And see, I'm a good inch and a half away from that. Okay, and I'm going to go for more of the slight burn. You'll see it's changing now. I'm going to move away from it. You got to let it cool down. So I've seen people take a damp rag, and tap it a little bit to cool it off. And that's acceptable. But you gotta be able to control the heat, because if you just keep it in one space, you're going to burn it. And when you burn it, the next phase for you to do is you have to sand it. Okay, and if you burn it too bad, it'll be burnt so deep you'll okay. I'm gonna get in this valley right here and try to get that valley dark. Now I'm gonna move in a little closer. You got to keep it moving, and you got to be patient, guys. You got to be patient. So it's not something that you just fire it up there and get it done. And if you see smoke, 9 times out of 10, it's too hot. Okay. So we got that's changed quite a bit since I started. Boy, it's tough on the old man trying to bend over and do this. And you'll also notice that I have this knife, the blade's pretty much taped up. Okay, so there we go. That's basically how to do it. Just remember that patience is a virtue whenever you're toasting these kind of knives. All right, I'm gonna go back to the facing video here, and we'll wrap this video up from here. All right, I hope I helped some of y'all. I don't know everything about doing this. I'm not the guru. I'm not the head man. I don't know everything, but some of my knives turned out pretty good. So like I say, I get them. Of course, there's 3 or 4 more steps. You got to sand it. You got to do this. You got to do that. So a lot more to it than just burning the knife and sticking it up there and say, I burnt this knife. Okay, you got to. After you do this, you got to sand it. You got to polish it. You got to make it pretty. So we'll go back to the frontward facing video part of this, and we'll close out this video. All right, everybody. I hope y'all got something from that. I hope my little tutorial was informative for y'all. It's just how I do it. Y'all come back Monday, on Modified Monday, and I'll have that knife finished, and I'll show it to y'all then, and it'll go in my, I've got 5 or 6 of those that I've modified every one of them, and I may pull them all out and go over each one of them and show them, and then end up with that last one that I just did. Very unusual pattern. Very hard to open. The little pin blade on that boat canoe is difficult to open, especially for an old man like me. But anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed that, and thank y'all for watching. Now then, let's do a little cleanup on aisle 4. Y'all know that the next month or 2 is going to be full of stuff. We're going to be, me and Brother Rex are going to be everywhere, up, down, backwards, jumping, flipping, doing what we got to do. I'm in the process now of putting together all the stuff I need to participate in these 2 events, and there's a 3rd event, but it's more of a local event. I'll share that as we get closer, but a lot of guys are not going to travel to it. But the first one that's coming up is going to be October 3rd and 4th, right here in Wiggins, at the Stone County Fairgrounds. It's an indoor event. It's sponsored by the Deep South Cutlery Knife Club. I can't tell y'all enough about this, man. If you're a knife enthusiast, a knife buyer, a knife trader, you want some appraisals done, and you just want to chop it up, I'll be there. Okay. Last year we had a cast of characters from the Knife Doctor all the way down to well, not all the way down, but all over the place. Clark Kentucky Knives, Harold Terry at HTDC, Cross Creek Outdoors. They just kept rolling in there, kept rolling in there, kept rolling in there. We had a great event. It was a great time, and it'll be a great time this year. Gonna be different because the Knife Deep South Cutlery is not sponsoring it. It's being sponsored by I got to get this right, the Gulf States Knife Makers Association. Now these are guys that forge knives. They're actually bladesmiths, and they will be there doing displays. They'll be doing exhibitions of how they make a knife. They may make a knife during the day and give it away. I don't know. I know several of the cats that are in there, but I'm just not up on what they're actually going to do with that. But the Deep South Knife Club, not Cutlery, Deep South Knife Club is the main sponsor. So y'all get in there where you fit in there. And then second, I'm not going to say last, but second is the Ellaville Knife Show. Do I need to say anything? Kevin Bentley, the Knife Doctor. Do I need to say anything? Do I have to prompt anybody on? Look, okay, Barrett Son, okay, Case and Buck. Okay, that's the people that are behind this. Okay, Mr. Grippy over there is a great man. The Case Corporation, they've been here for 195 years, whatever it is. And Buck Knife been here since 1902, I believe. I may be wrong. I'll get corrected on that. But anyway, Ellaville Knife Show is going to be Saturday, November the 15th. I will be there. Me and Brother Rex have got a double table spot. We're going to be set up selling knives. We're going to be sitting there talking knives. We're going to be trading knives. So y'all get over there and get in there where you fit in there at the Ellaville Knife Show, Ellaville, Georgia, November 15th. All right. So I guess that's going to wrap it up for today's video. I do hope that y'all learned something. I do hope that that I've entertained y'all in some form or fashion. Things are moving very fast here in the bog, very fast. I got my 1,000. The Howard Bentley 1,000K giveaway is fixing to happen. Y'all go over there and enter to win these knives. I don't care who you are, as long as you're a member of subscribed to my channel and a member of my channel, and I will check all that out. If you're a subscribed member of my channel, you're eligible to win. Okay? Right now we got 2 places. I don't know if I can stretch it to 3, but we're going to do at least two places, and we anchored it with the first place prize is going to be unreal. Second place prize is going to be almost as real. Of course, I'm going to be throwing. I got little. I call them laugh out loud knives. I may throw a flying falcon in there from Frost, but you may get 2, 3, 4, 5 knives in your box. I don't know what you're going to get, but you'll get the swag pack. You'll get all the stuff that I normally send out, and so all I can say, y'all, is I'm glad y'all were in my home today. I certainly appreciate each and every one of y'all. I hope you have a blessed weekend. I'll probably pop in here maybe Saturday or Sunday with a little something. How about a stagger day? Because I got a stag knife in that is. Okay. Jesus Christ is Lord in my life. And rule number 9.